Hey YouTube, apologize if this isn't as loud as I'd like it to be. I'll try and do my best. I just have a propane heater going on over there because it's cold out. It's 39 degrees outside, it's not too bad, but it's chilly in here. Anyway, working on snowblower again. I had just repaired this and then lost these two bolts again. Essentially what I've done is I went out and I bought this kit. And basically it comes with everything that you need. Those little boxes here, I got one right here. Essentially it comes with these little things right here, trying to focus for you, I don't want to drop it. And they have these little tabs on them that you can see there. I wanted to show you, I didn't realize I couldn't get them out once I put them in. So I'm working on quarter 20. The great thing about this kit, and I'll show you, here it is, right here, is it comes with all these things. So if you got a quarter 20, that's what I'm working on, bolt that essentially all of everything's stripped or something, this is how you repair it. So essentially the first thing that I did is I drilled out the holes with the exact drill bit that you would need for the tap. And the nice thing about this kit is they were all right there for quarter 20. I don't know if you can see that. You can right there. So each one of these tools is exactly the right drill bit you'll need, the thread repairer, and these things hold those, these little things. What those are is, so when you drill out the hole with the drill bit provided, the hole will be larger than the screw that you're used to using there. So it's going to be larger than a quarter 20. Then you rethread it with this thing, and you'd have to have a tap set like this to, let me turn so you can see, to grab hold of these end pieces. It either sticks in here or this one here, and you get all these different sizes, okay? And then you'd have to like turn it and turn it. Well, I don't really like using those too well, and I was going to, but in this area close enough I couldn't continue to turn it, so that was a problem. So what I bought are these, and got them right on Amazon, and essentially you can use a socket set, as you see right here. So this right here is just an extension, and it holds on to, you know, just fits right on like normal. I'm trying to do this with one hand, bear with me. And then your thing that makes all of the, basically that sticks on the top like that. It can just fall out, but there's nothing else to hold like four ends like that, except for that tool. So if you don't want to have to use that tool, you just want to use a ratchet, I bought these on Amazon, and I'll put links in the description for these things so you guys can find them. And then this just slides right down inside and holds in there, and now you can use a ratchet like you see right there on the ground, and just ratchet it in. You start it slowly so that you get it going in the right direction, and then you can just ratchet it in the rest of the way. Make sure you squirt some WD-40 in there before you start using this, or oil. WD-40 worked fine for me. And then when you're done, rather than trying to fish out all the pieces of metal and so on and so forth, put some safety glasses on. I do practice what I preach. There's mine, they're on my head right now. And then you're gonna blow out the insides of those to get all the pieces of metal out of there before you start re-putting it in. So what I mean by re-putting it in, it's just taking one of those, and it goes on this tool. And if you see, the tool has a little slit in it, so that receives those little pieces. You see the little slits on them right there? So that receives that like that, and allows you to start putting it in. Hopefully this goes back in and catches that little thing. Or I'm in pretty rough shape. I can't feel it. There it is. All right, great. So then what that is, those little things just get screwed into the larger hole you just made. So you make the hole with the drill first, then you retap it with this tool, a threader, so you make the threads. Now it's larger than the 1/4-20 that I used to have, and then those things get screwed inside. So I was gonna try and unscrew it to show you, but once you start going, you can't back it out for some reason. So now I'm just, I mean, you can see that it's one of those little things there, and now I'm just gonna keep turning it, and essentially what it's doing, it's getting threaded into those threads. Sorry, I'm trying to look at it and the video at the same time. And you'll get it in as far as you can go. And that's it. And then you just kind of like pull this thing out, and it slides off that area right there that you can see. So those are in there now, and now they'll fit a 1/4-20 again. And those aren't coming out. The one thing that you have to do is that little tab on the end, those little tabs, you have to break that off. And I think that's why they gave us this tool. And you just stick it in there. Sorry, I got something in my mouth. And you break that little tab off. So I'm gonna try and do it right now. I think I felt that one. You can use a little screwdriver as well. I can't see if I got them. Anyway, you get the idea. They'll just snap off, and then either you gotta fish them out or just use an air hose again just to get that piece out of there. Now you're back in business, and those are redone, ready to go with the 1/4-20. I keep saying 1/4-20 because that's what the size of the bolts were that went in there. Again, this is just my snow blower, and they hold my starter. For whatever reason, they just snapped. I made a video, I had to drill one out. Whatever, if you want to watch that video, go ahead. I'll see if I can link this to that as well. But basically that's how you do it. So I had already had everything all back together. I don't know how, I used Loctite as well. And I just think that they were kind of stripped inside, so they weren't holding on to the new bolts that came with the starter kit that I used. And again, and when I was tightening them in, they felt tight. I didn't want to over tighten it again because this is aluminum and pretty easy to strip that stuff. So they were tight, and I used Loctite. I snow blowed my driveway, then we got snow again. I was excited because, all right, great, it's gonna work again. And then it didn't work. And I'm like, oh my God, now what's wrong with it? So I looked down, one of the bolts that was in there was missing. Sorry, this one was missing completely. And that one I could just pull out with my fingers. And I'm like, what is going on? And there's so much torque put onto that starter because of the crankshaft that's in here. You know, it's big, and it gets kind of rusty over time, that it really, you know, jolts that starter. But it does start it. So anyway, this is the fix. I just have to break those little tabs off inside, and that's just so the bolt can go all the way in, as tight as it possibly can. And then I'm just gonna use the air to have those things fly out. Same thing I did for all the shavings of the metal that I made when I was retapping them. But that's it, guys. That's this tool. I bought another kit. Close this so you can see that these are 1/4-20 SA thread gauge, hex wrench, whatever. Like I said, I'll leave links in the description for these as well. These make it so much easier to tap with. And this little thing came with this kit. It goes inside there. And I bought this one. I may just send it back. Oh, basically it's right here. This kit here, SA metric. It does SA and metric, and essentially it does the same thing. And it has things to like these things, like you can clean off threads if you don't feel like you have to rethread. These nuts right here, they can go over a bolt that's kind of screwed up, and then just use a wrench to to clean them up and make them better. Like I said, if it's just the bolt that's the issue and not the threads in whatever, engine or whatever that you're dealing with, you use these just to clean off the threads of the bolt, basically. good kit. I may keep it, I may not, I'm not sure. Definitely like that kit because it comes with all those little things that you have to use to go inside. And I like how you don't have to try and guess which is the right tap for which thing. They're all, like everything that's missing there went for quarter 20. So the drill bit, the tap thing, all the tools that you need, and the little box, like all those boxes. So this is a really good kit. I do like it. I'll leave the links in the description for all that stuff. But that's all I got, guys. Hopefully this helps. Again, don't forget to use some WD-40 and squirt them in there before you start making your threads, and use some air and brush it all, get it all out of there, and make sure you wear safety glasses. That's all I got, guys. Hope you like this video. Please rate, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, YouTube.